Hello everybody, welcome back to Photo Australia with your hosts Brad and Grant. First of all, shout out to Caitlin, who has been watching and following our videos, as I'm sure most of you have been. We're going to shoot straight to Grant. He's had a few questions about his photos on the banner. So I'll shoot straight to you, Grant.
Okay. Folks, in answer to a query we had from an earlier episode when we were talking about lenses, someone made the point that they'd like to know what lenses we'd use for what shots. We didn't actually set out to do this, but as it just turns out, we were able to just show a couple of examples here. So that was shot with a Pentax 2470 to 2.8, as was that lens, that image, sorry. The shot of Cherie was shot with a 100mm Pentax lens. That is a 300mm lens I showed on the day. That's actually shot with a Nikon. And that was a 24 to 85, I think, Nikon. That's actually on a Nikon camera shot with a 70 to 200. And that's a Pentax 16 to 50. And that again is a Pentax lens with the 2470. So there's a couple of examples of the sort of stuff. This one was the Pentax K3 and I think the 5135. Not 100% sure on that one. I'd have to go back and look it up.
So that bottom photo there, Grant, that you pointed to of the harvester,
yep.
What did you do to that? And I'm going to zoom in on it so everyone can see. That's not just a photo just straight from the camera, Grant.
Look, there are certain things, Brad, if I have to tell you, I probably have to do you great injury.
Oh, really?
No, that was processed. That shot's actually taken in the middle of the day. It's about 1 o'clock in the afternoon. It's a bright, sunshiny sky. It's a barley crop. It's
I can't see the barley in it.
It's a very, very bright day, and that's been processed in NIK.
Okay.
NIK
yep.
software, and I forget the exact filter or process I used.
There was a filter and a bit of a process to get it to there.
Yep. So,
but it's actually it's a photo, and that might be the farmer coming out in me. But it's a photo I've always liked, and you beat me with that shot too, Grant, in a competition.
Yes, I did. Didn't I, Brad?
So I'm just going to zoom up on it now. But it's also a great example of what you can do with photos that you shoot in the middle of the day.
Oh, yeah.
Because, most of the time you do want to have your light and shadows and be up there at the right time, but every now and then, like to get that shot, you can't be at the perfect dawn times, and you've got to shoot those when you see it.
Yep.
And daytime shots can look very flat and very uninteresting.
Yep.
So I'm quite like that shot and what you've done with it to make a normal day shot into what it is.
What you're looking at in its normal state is that all of this here is the straw out of the back of the harvester. Now, to those non-farming folk amongst you, you would have maybe driven along the road and seen a harvester in operation with a billowing cloud of dust out the back. Well, that's actually straw. The harvester's taken the grain in, smashes it between metal plates, and it separates the grain from the chaff and spits a residue out the back.
So that's dust, what we're seeing in its background.
That is all yellow to white straw. The shot in its real state is actually a very uninteresting shot.
Yeah. Oh, that's quite good. I think it's turned out quite well.
Yeah, but that's simply one of those things where you've got too much time on your hands in an afternoon and you're just poking around, playing with things. And, look, folks, I'm sure you've all got shots in your files, in your libraries, that you look at and go, maybe not. Have a play with it. use programs like we've just been playing with Raw Therapy, Lightroom, On One, any of them, Faststone, and have a play. As Brad was saying, move the sliders around. Just go crazy with it. You can't do any harm. You're not going to hurt it because you can hit the reset button and it's back to normal.
Now, with your emu shot there, what kind of settings would you have had to get because that's quite a nice action nature shot there. What kind of settings would have you roughly had your camera on to get something like that?
Okay, that's a 300mm f4 lens. Has a constant aperture of f4. And that, look, I'm guessing here that would have been it was a fairly bright day, ISO 100, probably, well, f4, no doubt, probably 1/250, 1/300 of a second.
Okay.
That type of thing. Yeah, so that's F8 and B there. That shot is the classic F8 and B there. I was with another club member, hello Andy, and we came around the corner in the Flinders, again the beautiful Flinders Ranges here in South Australia, and there'd been rain within the preceding days, and we came around the corner to a creek crossing, and here was this flock of, is it of emus, mob of emus?
There's probably some term for them.
In this creek, and they put on a real show for us, and I'd never given any thought to how emu, what he does when he gets wet. Well, this guy was rolling himself up like you'd wring out a towel, and he was doing that from side to side, and thus the spinning motion that he was doing there, and you see the water flying off him. So we were very fortunate. We sat there for probably 15 minutes, 20 minutes until someone came around the corner and drove through the middle of them and disturbed them. So,
yeah, that's usually what happens.
Yeah.
Very good shot.
Yeah, thank you.
Well, thanks for that, Grant, giving a bit of insight on that. And yeah, I'd hopefully get my photos in. We'll have another banner up soon.
We will.
So we'll plaster this room with photos eventually. So we've got some bare walls, and we're starting to get a bit of equipment in here. And yeah, hopefully we'll... Oh yes, Grant gave me a surprise today. I was going to show that on camera. I forgot all about it. Sorry, Grant. But Grant gave me a bit of a surprise today. He got me a shirt with our logo on it. So, and he's got one as well. So yeah, if you might see us when we get out of lockdown one day, Grant, you might see us on the street wearing some new gear. So
that will happen, won't it, Brad?
Yeah. You might even have to start your own gear if people start watching us, Grant.
Well, that's right. We might have to do the t-shirt line.
Yeah, we might have to, but we might need a few more people than just 20 people or something like that.
Anyway, it's all good.
You can only dream.
That's right.
All right, well, that was just a bit of a quick bit that we've done as a unofficial video, but we'll throw it up there, and we'll see you in our next video.
See you guys.